Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Easy Rider here. Are you trying to be part of the bike life and you don't know where to start? Well, this video is for you. Make sure you watch the video all the way through because I'm going to give you important tips that's going to teach you how to ride a motorcycle within 15 minutes or less. How to ride a motorcycle for beginners. Step number one is starting your motorcycle up. First things first, you have a key. You make sure you put the key inside of the ignition on your motorcycle. Pretty much this is going to be a pretty basic thing across the map of all motorcycles. Some motorcycles are differently operated. Some might have a key fob, which is a push button. But generally, this is what the startup process is going to be for you to start up your motorcycle, get on your motorcycle, and start riding your motorcycle. You turn the key. You make sure that the motorcycle is in neutral. We'll get into that further into the video, but some motorcycles have a gear indicator. As you see, this motorcycle here has the N that stands for neutral. The motorcycle is in neutral, meaning that the bike will coast and it will roll on its free own power. You turn the key, make sure the bike is in neutral. Some motorcycles you have to pull the clutch in. What the clutch is, we'll get into that as well later in the video. But you will pull this in. On some motorcycles, you make sure the kickstand is down, you pull the clutch in, and you hit this start button. This is also the kill switch to turn the motorcycle off, but you push this button here, this red button here, and you push it down, and that starts your motorcycle. Very simple, very easy, and as you see, that's how you turn the motorcycle off. But you press this button here, and you push it down, that starts the motorcycle up. Now the motorcycle is running. You can rev it up, and I'll get it further into this. What this is too, this is the throttle. I'll get more into detail on that later in the video as well. So now that you're started your motorcycle up, very simply make sure that the motorcycle is in a safe position where it's not on a hill or anything like that, which will cause the motorcycle to roll or fall over. Take the key out. We're going to try this one more time. Put the key inside the ignition. Turn the key to the right, to the on position. Your dashboard should come on. Your dashboard may be different than this. This BMW is has a different dash than most motorcycles, a more sophisticated dashboard. So you're going to turn the switch. Make sure the bike is in neutral. Some motorcycles, you may have to pull the clutch in. Start the motorcycle up. Very simple. Now you're getting ready to ride the motorcycle. You're going to get ready to sit on the motorcycle and straddle the motorcycle.
When we get started, this may sound crazy, it may sound silly, but this is the seat. This is the rider seat. That's the seat that motorcyclists, you as the rider, will sit on here. This is the rear seat. As crazy as it sounds, do have to educate you on that. This is the rider foot pad here. So your foot will rest on here as you sit here, and your other foot will rest there on that foot pad. Going over the basics. This here is the handlebar for you. You will hold on to this, and you hold on this. The difference between these two handlebars here, once sitting on, this handlebar here does not move. It's a stationary bar. This handlebar does move in this motion here. So this motion here is because this motorcycle handlebar here is the throttle. This would be your gas pedal on your car, on your vehicle. This will be the gas pedal. This is how you accelerate. This is how you go. So this bar does not move. It does not move. This bar does move. So you see that. This is the clutch. This lever here is the clutch. This is what you pull in to shift gears, to slow down, to stop. You hold that in when you're in gear and engage. It disengages the transmission and it disengages the ability for the bike to roll. I'll get into that more extensive once we start the video. This lever here is your brake. This is your front brake. This is in control of about 70% of your stopping power. Just like on a bicycle, when you hit the brakes, you remember the back wheel will go up, the front will drop down, and you can flip it. Same exact concept with this motorcycle. On this side here, which I have recently removed, but it would be a foot brake that you push here, and that is attached to the rear brake that is missing on my bike currently, but it's going back on the motorcycle. So your rear brake is down here by your foot. It will be a lever that's here. Your front brake is here. So as we go over that, that's pretty much the basics of the motorcycle. You have the front brakes, rear brakes, throttle, clutch, seat, and pegs. Now I'm going to get more into detail with the shifter. This is actually how you shift gears here. You move this, and that will shift gears for you. You go up and you go down. So theoretically, on the average motorcycle, the transmission is one down, meaning you push down, that will put you in first gear. And as you're riding, you put your foot under there and you shift up. That'll go second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear. And then the downshift, you go down, down, down. The same exact way. So let's start this motorcycle up. Put your leg over. Make sure it's in neutral. Start her up. So what you do from this point is you kick the kickstand up. Pull the clutch in. Make sure you pull this in. Push down to put it in gear. As soon as you let out, if you let out, say you let out too quick, it'll stall the bike out. If you let the clutch out too quick, it'll cause the bike to shut out. That's why you want to gradually let it out. And once you let it out, the bike will start coasting and moving such as so. All right, very simple. You want to give it enough to where it starts biting and let the motor work itself out. So we're going to advance in a little bit to the next segment. As you let out the throttle, you want to give it a little bit of, or let out the clutch, I'm sorry. You want to give it a little bit of throttle. Keep your feet on the ground. And that right there is how you start the motorcycle and roll. Very simple. Very easy. So we're going to do that again. All right, let's go. Gotta pull the clutch in, press the start button, shift the bike into gear, let out the clutch slowly, give it throttle slowly, and now you're rolling. All right. So a simple lesson is the amount of clutch that you let out should be about equal to the amount of throttle that you're giving the bike. One key important thing to remember while you're riding a motorcycle, if you are in gear, and I'm just going to kind of speed up the pace a little bit just so I can show you guys, if you let the clutch out and you're coasting around like this, right? To stop, you have to pull the clutch in, because that will disengage the transmission and the bike will not be in gear and continue to roll. If you don't do that and you just try to hit the brakes without that without pulling the clutch in, this is what'll happen. It'll stall out just like that. And you will fall. More than likely, you will fall. It will cause the bike to be upset. It'll want to keep going, and it will either shut the bike off abruptly like that and you'll tip over, or the bike will try to continue to roll, and it will make you fall off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are out here now, and we are on the road. I'm going to show you guys. So you see that? Pull the clutch in, shift, off the clutch, back on the throttle. Pull the clutch in, off the throttle, shift. So to slow down, you want to pull the clutch in, as I stated. Pull the brakes in. And downshift, make sure you're to the proper gears and coast around. So you'll start listening and you'll hear the sound of the motorcycle get louder. Now it's time to shift. Pull the clutch in, shift the gear, let the clutch out, back on the throttle. Pull the clutch in, shift the gear, let the clutch out, back on the throttle. Very easy. Once you get the balance point, you start moving with the bike. As you turn right, the bike will turn right. You turn left, the bike will turn left. And I'm just going back and forth just to kind of show you guys the motion of the motorcycle. This will be more in depth on my How to Ride a Motorcycle for Beginners Part 2 once we hit the road. This is just a segue into that video that I'm going to show you guys more in detail, in depth, of how to ride a motorcycle on the streets. This is the beginner video, Part 1. Make sure you're slowing down with the clutch pulled in while you're applying the brakes gently and downshifting. And as you do that, make sure you turn easily like that. Pull the clutch in, shift the gear, let the clutch out, back on the throttle. Remember, the more throttle that you go, the more you pull the throttle back, the faster you go. So you don't want to pull too much and you can't handle it and you can't control it, because that's exactly what you don't want. So if you guys are a fan of this video and it's helped you out, please hit the like button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. It helps the YouTube algorithm out, like I stated before. Make sure you subscribe to the EazyRyderMoto YouTube channel. If this video has helped you out and you like this video, make sure you hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when more content such as this is uploaded to the EazyRyderMoto YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on the next one, only on the EazyRyderMoto YouTube channel, where you'll become the best rider that you can be and the best rider that you know. Just like the heavyweight champion, baby. Catch you on the next one. Peace.